Hey everybody, welcome to week 1 of my backbending challenge. For today's no flow, you're going to need a yoga wheel and a couple blocks. I want you to start with the yoga wheel. You're going to grab both sides of the wheel and just come into a puppy pose. You can rock forward and back a little bit here or just hold. Breathing in and out, just getting ready for some deep back bends. Now, still holding the wheel, you're going to round your back and arch. So coming into a cat-cow here, round your back and arch. The wheel is going to provide a little bit of a different stretch and involve core. Round your back, arch, round your back, arch, round your back, arch. I was really excited to film this, especially because I got these new shorts and they made me feel cute. And I don't know if anyone else feels like better about their yoga practice when they look cute, but I do. So continuing that, we're going to do one final round, one final arch, and then come back into puppy pose. So this time what you're going to do is you're going to roll the wheel in and out coming into puppy. So roll it in and out. You continue to flow. I just wanted to get credit on my Apple Watch for the yoga practice, so I'm just updating that really quickly. I'm mildly obsessed with rings. Out, in, out, in. Continue with your out and in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Hold, shifting to the right, then the left, right, left. Try to get your chest to the floor if you can, but that's a really big stretch. Then roll it all back to you. Lift your hands above your head. You're going to go ahead and twist to the right, then the left. Then we're going to come in front of the wheel. You're going to place the wheel at your low back. And then you're going to fall back on the wheel. So you're going to keep your seat on the floor, fall back onto the wheel, getting deep into that upper back, and clasp your hands above your head, holding the opposite elbow. And just hold here, breathing in and out, feeling your back open up. Then come on up here. You're going to go back onto the wheel and you're going to roll out and in. You can go all the way back or you can just go a little bit, but I want you to roll out and in. If you have long hair like I do, it is a little bit difficult to not roll onto your hair. If anyone has any tips for avoiding that, please let me know because I'm always like pulling my hair on the wheel. So out, in. I'm doing about 8 of these. Out, in, out, in. And come forward and just round out and hug yourself for a moment. My back always gets really tight after deep back bending on the wheel. So now we're going to repeat this 2 more times, but slightly changing where it is on your back. So this time it's going to come to the middle of your back and open up there. Your seat is going to come a little bit off the ground this time, and you're going to do the same thing as before, lifting your hands above your head and holding opposite elbows and holding and breathing. If it gets challenging, work on bracing your core and breathing in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4, and repeating that, and that will help. Beautiful. Come forward, catch your breath, move your hair, and then go ahead and roll back on the wheel. We're going to do that 8 times again. So back, forward, 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 and give yourself a hug. Beautiful. Perfect. So bring the wheel out a little bit farther this time. Placing it back on that upper part of your back. and holding. So this time it's even higher than the first time. You're getting really, really high up on your back. And just breathing. Beautiful. Come up for a moment. And then you're going to roll in and out 8 more times. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Now I want you to roll all the way back so your head is on the floor. You can hold opposite elbows, keeping your leg straight or bent. Really big upper back opener. I'm sure you can see that here. You can try to bring your feet in a little bit more if you'd like. This is really good prep for forearm wheel. You can also come into a reverse butterfly here. And then push on out of that. If you were in butterfly, continue to hold it. Shake your knees up and down. Come forward for a second. Gentle stretch. Don't push anything too crazy because we are focused on back today. It can't hurt to get a little bit into the hips. Beautiful. Take a twist to the right, to the left. And you can go ahead and move the wheel out of the way and grab a couple blocks. So starting with just one, actually. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Hands by your side, and you're going to push up into bridge on your tiptoes. Just hold that there. Getting into the back, hamstrings and seat a little bit. Then going to drop down. Bring your knees to your chest. Rock back and forth on your low back a little bit, giving that a little bit of a massage. Hands back down. Lift and lower. And we're going to do that 10 times. So that was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now go under your tippy toes and continue. 7, 8, 9, 10. And see that. Note how that feels different when you're on your flat feet versus your tippy toes. Go ahead and give yourself a hug. You can shake your feet out a little bit like I'm doing here. So you're going to bring your feet to the outer edge of your mat and you're going to make circles. So I first want you to make circles to the left. Just bringing your hips all the way around here. Feet can be pointed out. Now I want you to come under your tiptoes and go to the right. Circles to the right, continuing that movement. And go ahead and drop down, giving yourself a hug. Really nice job. Now grab that block that we had prepared and place it under your low back. I'm going to be honest that I kind of tried something here and it didn't work as well as I thought, but you're going to come into a twist, bring your knees to the left, your head to the right. Sorry about that. Cleaner showed up. So you're going to come back to center and then twist to the opposite side. So dropping your knees to the right, your head to the left. Then come back to center and extend your legs straight to the sky. You can do some leg waves here. I can do a how-to on that if you'd like. Or what you can do is remove the block. Grab your second block, have that close by. You're going to need it in just a second. Move your hair out of the way if you have it. Place your hands so your fingers are facing your feet. Place them by your ears and push up into your first wheel pose. If wheel's not your practice, I want you to continue to work on bridge and deeper variations of bridge, and then feel free to try when you're ready. You can come onto your tiptoes, see how that makes a difference to you. Go ahead and step back a little bit and come on down. Bring your knees to your chest and rock them back and forth. Then come into a little plow here. My back was very tight, so it took me a second to get in there. We're just stretching out those back muscles. Come on out of that. Feet back down onto the mat. Breathe. Let your heart rate come down. Then bring your fingers back down so they're facing your feet by your ears and push up into your next wheel pose. Come onto your tiptoes. Now what we're going to do is drop our hips and lift. Drop. Lift. Drop. Lift. Drop. Lift. Drop. Lift. Drop. Lift. Feel how this makes a difference. Drop. Lift. Drop. Lift. Drop. Lift. Drop. Lift. And go ahead and walk out and drop to the mat. Bring your knees to your chest. Rock back and forth here. We're always going to do this. It's very important to neutralize when you're doing deep back bending. Always engage your core and always neutralize your spine. 2 huge tips. Now push back into plow, stretching out those back muscles. I think plow is one of the best poses post back bend. Just really stretches it perfectly in the opposite direction, even it's a little difficult to come into sometimes. Knees back to chest, just breathe and relax. We're going to come into one more wheel pose in just a second, but bring your hand to your heart and your low belly. Feel the way your heart's beating and all the hard work you're doing today and how that makes you feel more relaxed in the end. So bring your hands back down by your ears, fingertips facing your feet, adjust what's needed and push up. Now I want you to bring your feet out a little bit and you're going to bend and then push your legs to straight. Bend, straighten, 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 bend, straighten. Bring your knees to your chest, rock back and forth here. Now push up, come back into plow. You can see that I kind of struggled with that there after all that back bending. You can bend one knee, then the other, just seeing how that feels. Point your toes and then come on out of that, rocking back and forth. Just keeping your feet on the mat now and breathing. Both hands to your low belly. Feel your breath come in and out. So kind of fibbed here. We're going to come into one more wheel. Hands by your ears, fingertips facing your feet. I want you to repeat the previous variation, or if you feel ready, drop down onto your forearms as I'm doing here and walk your feet in a little bit. Try to bring your feet towards your head. This is definitely going to be a deeper one, so don't try it until you feel ready. Staying on your tippy toes. Now go ahead and walk out. The easiest way to come out of this is to push up through your hands and drop down. Knees back to chest. That was the final one, I promise. Come into plow. No matter what variation you did. And if you'd like, go ahead and bend your knees, clasp your hands, and place them down on the mat. Much deeper stretch here. This is like very visually funky to see myself doing that. Okay, so we're gonna need the blocks now. Place one under your low back. Actually, you're gonna place both of them under your low back. I apologize. And just feel that pressure release. I'm raising my hands above my head, but in a very relaxed manner. I'm just feeling my whole body decompress after all that back bending. Breathe in. I love blocks under my tailbone after deep practices. It feels so nice. If you want, you can come into a reverse butterfly here. I'm coming in at the last 30 seconds of practice, so stick with me here. If you did like this flow, stay tuned for next week. I have week 2 coming up of this challenge. And the comments below, I have a full 2-week schedule. So if you're wanting a backbend, that's where to do it. I'm going to post 3 days a week because that's really all you need. So I'm going to post a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but you can switch the days how you feel fit. Those 3 days will be below that schedule. And come back to seated, hands above the head. Take a deep breath in and out. One more time with me. Thank you so much. Namaste. And be sure to like and subscribe for more. Love you guys. Bye.